they were able to, affect you emotionally after their abuse, it's like abuse only fuels you and you end up chasing the monster back. Like the monster was anticipating and expecting to chase you and terrorize you, but it's like he didn't realize that this was like a game to you. You look at this like a game, you'll laugh at, you'll laugh at the face of danger, basically. Like you're not scared. So it's like you have a way of like looking at things in a different sense, and you understand that you don't have to be scared because like God is like standing beside you. You know that you're divinely protected. So it's like you come off as like very fearless. You come off as a literal soldier. So it's like you're meant to heal the world. And it's like everything that you went through like basically shaped you into a machine. And that's why you're such a threat, because it's like you have a combination of beauty, intelligence, but also you're a literal powerhouse in the spiritual realm. So it's like you don't understand. I don't even think you realize how powerful you are. Like, I don't think you understand the magnitude of what is standing behind you, basically. So it's like a lot of people, when they see you, like they literally see a high priestess. They can sense a high priestess inside of you. And it's like, this was like over time after observing you is what they sensed out of you. So it's like they're starting to see that you're not to be messed with. So it's like your spirits will literally raise hell to humble. So it's like, this is like a Bible verse, right? Like, whom shall I send? Here am I, send me. So it's like, because God shaped you the way that you are, and you come off as someone who is like willing to go to war for God, especially, you're willing to go to war. You're willing to like, fight for what you believe in, or it's like you're willing to be that fearless individual because God saw that in you. That's why he loves you so much, because you're not afraid to, jump the gun. You're not afraid to take risks. You're not afraid to go to war for him, especially. So it's like, I definitely feel like you guys are heavily, heavily favored by God, especially. Okay, so it's like, that's what I'm getting from you. So you definitely come from an ancient bloodline. Something about you is definitely indicating that you're not just a regular person on the other side. You're definitely spiritually connected in some type of way here to an ancient bloodline specifically. Okay, you also have a lot of angels that are pushing you forward towards something or somebody in the near future. So it's like, this is what it is. So a lot of people are threatened by your talents, and they talk shit about you. They're quick to talk smack about you. And then they go behind your back and they try to mimic the way that you are. Like, it's honestly, this is like secondhand embarrassment type of behavior, because it's like, this is how people are acting like behind your back. This is how they're behaving around you, basically. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing so far. A lot of people are pissed off that you end up becoming stronger. Anything that sets you back only gives you more blessings, and it makes you even stronger. So it's like you literally shaped into a machine. All right, so let me move these cards so I can show you the next set of cards that popped out. So it's like people didn't expect you to have that darker side to you, right? Like you have a light side, but you also have a darker side to you as well, and they didn't see that in you. Okay, so we have you're a powerhouse. Your mysterious vibe has people in a chokehold over you, and they tend to crush on you. They weren't listening to you back then, but they're surely listening now, y'all. I feel like you guys could have like warned people, like, if you go against me, you're gonna see some shit happen to you. Like, people are assuming that you do some type of crazy shit. So I forgot to tell you about this card specifically. People think that you do some crazy ass shit. People think that you do like some type of magic. So it's like people you don't know assume a lot of crazy shit about you. Like, they think that you're doing some type of magic. They think that you're doing some hardcore rituals or magic for you to be this powerful spiritually. So they think that you're doing like high level like magic, witchcraft, voodoo, hoodoo, Haitian. So it's like they don't understand, like, this literally came to you naturally. Like, it's like you're naturally just protected. And you're not necessarily on the darker side in terms of the spiritual protection. I feel like you have more of God's angelic presence around you. So it's like people you don't know are literally talking about you in the most outrageous ways, assuming a lot of shit about you. Okay, so you are a powerhouse. Your mysterious vibe has people in a chokehold. They're crushing on you, and they weren't listening back then, but they are now. So it's like you're starting to be looked at as someone who cannot be figured out. A lot of people assumed a lot of shit about you in the beginning. They marginalized you. They thought that they had you figured out in the beginning. But it's like the more they started to observe you, the more you're triggering people, and they're trying to like study the shit out of you. Like you got people taking notes about your ass is what I'm getting. People are trying to take notes about you. They're trying to like observe you and just.
And this is exactly why I just like being to myself. I told you guys, anybody I come around, they end up trying to study me. I was talking to a guy yesterday, you know, he offered me some soda. I said, I don't drink soda. And it's just like when I talk to people, it's just one thing after another, to the point where they just start experimenting. They start asking me a lot of questions. Whenever if I can't talk to somebody who's just not sitting there this is why I only want to talk to women these days. Because when I talk to guys, even if they come with the niceness and the respect, oh, sit down, have a seat. Look, pay me to sit down and talk to me. Because all they're going to start doing, I'm going to tell them I don't do this or I don't do that. Then they're going to want to know why. Then when they found out my age, they're going to, and then they're going to try to, it's going to be a whole experiment on me that I'm not even getting paid for. And I'm just like, how did I even get here?
Micro study every little thing about you because it's
That's what I'm talking about.
Number one, you have them shocked that.
Then it's these monitoring spirits. Everywhere I go, it'd be like, I can count down. It's going to be like, I can't go anywhere without some monitoring spirit hovering around in under 10 minutes. If I go somewhere and I think I'm isolated, wrong. Somebody's going to come driving around. And you look at these people and they don't even know what they're doing. They just monitoring, hovering around you and stuff.
You're not what they expected. And number two, it's like people tend to fall hard for you because they're realizing that there's something very significant about you. And it's the fact that you are a powerhouse. You're a powerhouse spiritually. You're a high priest or you are a high priestess. Okay, so it's like a lot of people are starting to perk up their ears now when it comes to you. They're not realizing who they're dealing with, basically. A lot of people can look very meek physically, but they don't realize how that person can look like in the spiritual realm. I always say that in my readings because it's very real. This is a very real thing that a lot of people who look like average ass regular Joes that are walking this earth end up looking like demons in the spiritual realm, or they end up looking very godly like in the spiritual realm. They look like very angelic. They look like someone who's highly like one of God's soldiers. Like that's what it is, right? So we have your hardships shaped you into a machine. People are threatened by your talents. So some of you guys, you don't know that you have gifts yet, and then others of you.
That's the one thing I notice about the spirit realm. If you look like a monster in the spirit realm, you'll look like a meek lamb in 3D. And then if you look like real nice in the spirit realm, you'll come out looking like a monster on 3D. I'm about to close this out.
You know that you have gifts. You're aware that you're very gifted. So take that as a resonance, but just understand that people are threatened by your talents, okay? And these talents can also be talking about other talents, like academic talents, other talents that you're good at. So it's like, it's not just necessarily specifically talking about spiritual talents.